In this episode, we will be looking at 4 different types of annuities: ordinary simple annuity, ordinary general annuity, simple annuity due, and general annuity due. Now, previously, when we were working with compound interest, there was no payment. The payment was zero. Now we have periodic payments such as monthly, weekly, quarterly, semi-annually, or whatever might be the case. So there are what you call payments at regular intervals, right? So now these values, CY and CY, they're still compounding. They can be equal or they can not be equal. Now you can make a payment, say, at the end of a month, or you could make a payment at the beginning of a month. All right, so those are monthly payments, but they differ by when the payment is made, one at the end, one at the beginning. Now, if the payment is made at the end, and the payment interval is the same as the compounding interval, or compounding frequency and payment frequency are the same, we have an ordinary simple annuity. If the payment is made at the end of the payment period and the payment frequency is different, such as, let's say the payment was monthly, but the compounding was semi-annually, then those two are not the same, so we have an ordinary general annuity. Now, if the payment is made at the beginning and the payment frequency is the same as the compounding frequency, then we have a simple annuity due. All right, so that corresponds to this begin and due. All right, DUE. If the payment is made at the beginning and the payment frequency is not the same or not equal to the compounding frequency, then we have a general annuity due. All right, due because it's at the beginning. Now we can represent this in different forms, such as you can have a vertical, you have payment at the end, and if it's payments at the end, CY is equal to CY, we have this ordinary simple annuity. Okay, payment is at the end of the payment period, such as end of the month, but the compounding frequency is not the same, such as semi-annually, as was mentioned previously. So let's say the payment frequency is monthly and the compounding frequency is semi-annually, and those are not equal, but the payment is made at the end of the month, and we have an ordinary general annuity. Now, if the payment is made at the beginning of the month, let's say, and say the payments are semi-annually and the compounding is semi-annually, then we have a simple annuity due. The payment is made at, let's say, at the beginning of the month, but the compounding frequency is semi-annually, then PY and CY are not equal, so we have a general annuity due. So general really refers to when PY and CY are not equal. Okay? Simple refers to when PY and CY are equal. And annuity due is when payment is made at the beginning of the payment period, and the ordinary annuity is when the payment is made at the end of the payment period. Now, it can be represented in a circle like this. As you can see, you have ordinary simple annuity, ordinary general annuity, simple annuity due, and general annuity due. Now, the best way to understand, of course, is, as always, is to look at examples. So here we have, Autumn will make deposits of $500 at the end, you see the word end, of every month into an account earning 8% compounded monthly. So here we have sorry, the payment is at the end of every month, and the compounding is monthly. So we have a case where what? We have a case where payment is at the end. All right. So let's look at that. So payment, you can look PMT is made at the end of the month. All right. And the compounding, so we could say that payment at the end of the month. So we have what? Yes, we have end, and we also have that PY is equal to 12 because it's at the end of the month. Okay, so let's come down here now, and we have the compounding. So we would have CY is monthly, correct, as was previously seen. So what do we have here? Well, we have end, and we have PY is equal to CY. So what do we have? Well, if we have this combination right here, then that tells us it's an ordinary simple annuity. So let us go back and let us look at the question. So this should be an ordinary simple annuity. That should be the correct answer. And let's submit, and it is correct. It has a green box and a check mark. All right, let's look at the next question now. Deposits are made at the end of every month. Compounding is semi-annually. All right, so what does that tell us? Let's go back. Remember, payment is at the end, so it's end, and it is end of every month. Compound is semi-annually, so CY would be 2. So in this case, we would have what? That CY is not equal to CY, correct? So there we are. Let's insert the symbol for not equal. So it's not equal. So this is the combination. It's at the end, but CY is not equal to CY. So where does that get us? It gets us right here, ordinary general annuity. So that should be the answer, correct? End and PY not equal to CY. So ordinary general annuity should be the answer. So let's go and select ordinary general annuity, and we insert, we submit, and there we are, and it is correct. All right, let's go to the next question. Now the deposits, these are deposits. It doesn't matter how much money. It's the word beginning that comes in, beginning of every month, correct? And the interest is compounded monthly. So we have begin and we have the compounding is monthly. So what do we have? Well, let's go and we can change this now. Payment is made at the beginning. So for kind of calculator language, we use our symbol beginning of the month. So this here would be BTN. All right, at the beginning of the month, so PY is still 12. And the compounding is monthly, so that is 12. And end will be now begin. So we have begin, and we have that CY is equal to CY. So begin, this is the combination we're looking at right here. Okay, so that is the combination. Begin, PY is equal to CY, so we have a simple annuity due. So we go back and we select simple annuity due and we submit the question, and there we are correct. Now let's go to the next question. Here the deposits are made at the beginning of every month, but the compounding is semi-annually. All right, so but beginning, remember beginning of every month, so we have begin and we have that CY should be 12. Payment is made at the beginning of the month, so PY is 12. But the compounding is, I think it said semi-annually. Is that what it said? Yes, compounding is semi-annually. All right, so it means that CY is what? CY should be 2. So in this case, the TY is, yes, it's not equal to the CY. Okay, so we have begin, TY not equal to CY, so we have this right here, this classification of general annuity due. So let's go back and let's select general annuity due, and hopefully we are correct. And there we are. Now we can go and try a couple more examples. Here is one. Deposits are made at the end of every 6 months. What does that mean? Well, it's twice per year. So CY is equal to 2. And the compounding is yearly, so CY is equal to 1. Okay, so end of every 6 months, end and 6 months, and compounding is yearly or annually. All right, payment is made at the end. Let's go END of every 6 months. So let's put that end of every 6 months. All right, so that will go. So we have the word what? End, correct. Yes. END, end of every 6 months. So PY is 2. All right, let's go back. And it says compounding is yearly. So compounding is yearly, so it means that CY would be 1. So what do we have? Well, we have, instead of begin, we have end, correct? There we go. And the PY is not equal to CY. So we look for that up here, and it is right here. End, CY is not equal to CY, so this should be an ordinary general annuity. So we go for ordinary general annuity, we select it, and it is correct. All right, let's just try one more question. Hopefully it is different. And this is a similar one. So you can see that the deposits are made at the end of every year, end of every year. That's what you're looking at right here. And the compounding is monthly. So end and the PY is 1, CY is 12. So that is indeed an ordinary general annuity, just like what we had before. So let's get a similar question, and hopefully we'll get something different. All right, so here we are. Deposits are, it doesn't matter what you see there, it's right here, end of every 6 months. So beginning and end of every 6 months means twice per year. The compounding is semi-annually. All right, so compounding CY would be 2, and the PY is also 2, but it's at the beginning. So maybe we should put that in here. Payment is made at the beginning and twice per year. I guess we'll just have to, beginning of every 6 months, you could say, or the actual wording says at the beginning of every 6 months. Okay. And the compounding is semi-annual. So beginning of every 6 months. So this here should not be end, it should be begin. But TY is 2, and the compounding is semi-annually, so that is 2. And in this case, we will have the, let's go here, and then we delete the end. And we have here that TY is equal in this case, right? Because CY is 2, CY is 2, so begin and TY equals CY. So what do we have? We have a simple annuity due. So let's go back, and the simple annuity due, we select that one, and it is correct. So that is the end of the classification. And being able to identify which of the four it is.